Welcome back, everybody. This is Queen's Realm Podcast. My light was in my face, and this gentleman. He's on here all the time. A resident guest, if you will, Mr. Executive L. You know me. This my show, right there. It's the Queen's Realm. Anyway, to be a motherfucking poet, and today, if y'all ain't seen the title, we're talking about TMI. Too much information, because who child? Yeah, let's get into it. First, I will say that I have been told several times by many different people that I am a person who gives TMI. I don't know what that means because I don't even like people for real. Y'all know that. So I'm usually talking to friends, but some of them have said, I be TMI or I'm too descriptive. But y'all know I'm a writer, so I don't know how to. You don't want me to describe it at all? Okay. But Webster.
I don't know how to paraphrase.
No, I want you to understand what I mean. I want to paint the picture for you. I want to emote with my words. Because that's literally what I do for a living. So you got to get what I'm saying. Now, Google's definition of TMI, which is too much information, is when somebody says TMI, it's used as a response to an inappropriate disclosure of personal information or as a reaction to an overload of information. Okay, so here's the part that's bothering me about the definition is the word inappropriate. Because if I think of all my friends that I have, we're all with the shits. So I don't understand how the lot of us would be inappropriate with one another. You don't know what that is. An overload of information, I probably do that.
Saying too much at one time.
Because I talk a lot. So, see, to the people who don't know me, they don't think I talk. To the people that I actually enjoy talking to, I probably talk a lot. But it's like 6 of them motherfuckers. So, it's going to seem like I talk a lot if I only talk to 6 people. Anyway, sir, Mr. Elgin, wait a minute. What is your definition of TMI? I want to ask you that. Do you agree with this definition?
I think TMI, only comes into place when you're at a certain place in a relationship with somebody. I think once you get past the associate and even past the first level of friendship, I think that there's no real such thing as TMI, because if I'm your friend, like, you trust me and you're going to speak on something, and obviously you're coming to talk to me about it for a reason, there's some trust there, there's some honesty, some loyalty built there. Mm-hmm. So I think TMI is just like, maybe possibly like if you're talking about like some stuff where like some people get grossed out by like, oh, I gotta go take a shit or some like using the restroom or something like that, but at the end of the day, like, grow up, like, we all gotta use the bathroom, we all, what I'm saying, do our thing, whatever, like, we all human,
So you don't pee or poop, okay.
Yeah, exactly. But for me, once we that deep, once the bond is there, it's not much really that would be TMI, because I think like you always want to create a safe space for your friends, for people in your life. So TMI is really just like, I can't think of anything off the top of my head where like if my boy like hit me and told me this, I'll be like, yeah, that's TMI. Like, nah, can't really think of anything. So
my friends have told me
Some things, yeah, some things. My friends have told me some things. Yes.
My friends have told me some things, but instead of being grossed out, the type of friend I am, I'm probably gonna roast you, or we're gonna laugh about it, or I'm gonna talk about a similar experience. So for me, for my definition of TMI, there's no TMI amongst my friends
Mm-hmm.
because my friends are the people I tell my business to. I feel like you said, if we're just acquaintances, uh, I'm not really telling you nothing, so there's no room for there to be any TMI. If we're not cool like that, then there is no TMI. So for me, there's no TMI amongst friends because, bitch, you my friend. Like you,
Exactly.
especially with, I'm gonna use an example for ladies. If I'm having a lady issue, and you have the same parts as me, and I may not, feel comfortable going to the doctor or the doctor talking about something. Let me talk to one of my lady friends. Have you ever experienced this? And one of my lady
Mm-hmm.
friends might be like, and vice versa. Like there needs to be an open communication. And like I said, everybody have bodily functions. I might tell you I passed gas because you might want to go somewhere and get a breath of fresh air. It might not smell good over here. I have to say it. I have to go to the bathroom. Oh, I'll be right back. And I just walk off. Hey, I'm going to the bathroom. I might say I got to poop. So let you know I may be gone longer than 30 seconds. I have a
Yeah.
friend, one of my best friends. One of my best friends. Kyla, we've been friends since the fourth grade. We used to call each other. This may be TMI for the rest of the world. But we used to call each other when we had to go potty. When we had to poop because sometimes you're in there for a long time. And this was before you had games and stuff on your phone. And we'd just be in there. We're bored. And it got to the point where she'd be like, you in the bathroom, ain't you? Yeah, you in the bathroom? Yeah. We gonna talk to each other until we get done. Now that's weird, but we've been friends since the fourth grade. It's a lot of things we have seen from one another, and that's not everybody goes to the bathroom. So it would lead me to my first questions, which I kind of answered already. You kind of answered already, which was, do you think there's a such thing as TMI amongst friends? No. Like if you're my actual friend, and I don't call a lot of people my friend, if I never refer to you, I'm sorry if it's gonna hurt anybody's feelings. If I've never referred to you, if you never heard me call you my friend, you're not my friend. Um,
Not happening.
you would have had to heard me say it to you, or if I ain't ever introduced, that's my. We're not friends, good buddy. You're just a good buddy. You're an acquaintance. You know.
Good buddy was that.
Sorry, you're not my friend. Um, I don't. Yeah, but yeah, you kind of answered that already too. Um, mm, because I said there's no such thing as TMI between friends. Why do you think people are not as open with their friends and their loved ones? Like why people are not open with their so-called friends and
I
their
mean,
loved
this is. I think it's like a internal thing. If you're not confident in where you are or your struggles or shortcomings, you can't be open about them.
ones?
So
Jesus. Wait a
you
minute.
know,
Hold on. It was a word. We're just gonna run back just a teeny bit, maybe 10 seconds. What had happened was what?
so if you're not content with yourself and where you are, you can't
Mm-hmm.
be open about your struggles or shortcomings in life.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and you
Mm-hmm.
have to be able to look the person in the mirror and say, "Hey, yeah, I'm XYZ, and I struggle with it, whatever your struggle may be." I don't want to use an example and it not hit home for someone. So I'll just say whatever your struggle may be.
Mm-hmm.
People struggle with a variety of different things. But if you can't look in the mirror and say, hey, this is what it is, this is what I want to work on, this is how I'm going to get there, this is what I want to
Mm-hmm.
do, or at least go see someone to get help with those issues so that y'all can make a plan together, then that's where your first fuck up is at right there. You can't
The first one.
you can't move forward or even communicate with a friend if you don't communicate with oneself first.
Oh, Jesus. Mm-hmm. 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 You don't even know how to talk to you, so you don't know how to talk to other people. And I
Correct.
feel like just off of that, a lot of points that I make in every single episode, a lot of stuff starts with you. You can't be honest with yourself. You can't be vulnerable with yourself. Then you can't do that with another person. You can't. You can't, because it's people who wake up and lie to themselves.
Lie to
Every-
yourself.
Just lie to themselves every day.
Yeah, I had a buddy that made a post a little while ago, and I think he said, "How can I trust you if you can't even tell yourself the truth first?"
I wish I had a tambourine.
I
I
said,
feel like
"Wow, that's good. That's good right there."
they lie.
Because
They lie every day. What you lying
yeah,
for? I feel like
you lie
Cardi
to
B.
you.
What was the reason?
You lie to you, so I know you're gonna lie to me.
Kodak Black. And I was just listening to Kodak Black. Oh, that just popped into my head. What you lying for? Who is you? And I think that's another reason why people are not as open with family members or loved ones or friends. So sometimes when they get ready to tell you something, it may seem like TMI, but they've never been open before. So you don't
Mhm.
know how to process it because they haven't. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. If somebody is telling you something and they've never been open before, they've never expressed themselves to you before, handle that with some grace. Uh, because, like me, I was a person who I internalized everything. That stuff started making me sick because stuff becomes psychosomatic. I'm gonna help y'all. Psych means mind, soma means body, ik means pertaining to. So your head affects your body. So I would get sick sometimes, and my stomach would be upset because I'm holding everything in. But if I want to express myself or be vulnerable with somebody, I feel like I've reached a point where I'm doing out reached a point in a relationship with somebody where I can talk and be vulnerable and be open. Please just handle the people with grace. Because they might be testing you to see if I can tell you anything else. And it's not fair to you, but you
This
might
is true.
be the starting point of them opening up to anybody else. Even though you may not react like another person, but they want to test the waters to see, can I even talk about this? Because if that goes way left, they're gonna shut right back down again. They're not gonna talk to anybody about anything. And I think on a separate note, it's harder for people to open up to loved ones because certain loved ones see you as a certain way.
And you're always gonna be that way.
It's always gonna be that way. You almost be 10. Like I do it to my nephew. I know he's growing up. He said he said he said he said his senior year of high school is next year. And he's going away to college. I encourage that going away to college part. But I keep telling him I don't want to talk about that. It's to be. I don't want to. Let's talk about anything else. Because in my mind, I remember teaching you how to write your name. And you know how hard it is to teach a left-handed child how to write J or Y or P's? You was just asking me what the word fallacies mean, and we was just singing the theme song of the Backyardigans. You graduate next year? Devil. Anyway, but he still talks to me because he know I'm just joking. He still tells me things. I'm very open and honest with him. He's open and honest with me. He's 17. But he knows I'm a safe space to talk to. I just realized the other day we're talking to him. He had never seen me cry ever in life. He didn't know I cried. When I said I was crying about something, he looked at me confused. Then he wanted to know what happened. So I was telling him, talking about my friend. Every time around this year, I give him my feelings a little bit about a friend that I lost, whatever. Um, By the way, fuck cancer. But anywho, and then I started to cry, and he was just looking at me. And I'm like, see, I need to get better with that because he don't know I cry. He didn't know that was a thing. Now, could have been too much information, him telling about how my friend died. It could have been to other people, but he's a smart boy. He understands. But I have to show him, especially a black male, you can have feelings.
You
People
can
cry.
show emotion. Yeah.
People cry. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Mm. Speaking of what I just said, see, I'm smart. I wrote these questions and these points in a good order. Pat myself on the back. So the next point and the question is, what are some signs or ways to know who you can and cannot share sensitive information with? Because y'all say TMI, I say sensitive information.
Some may say somebody that talk a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Some may say someone that always got the tea.
Oh, Jesus.
Some may say a pot stirrer.
Mm.
And some may say a nosy motherfucker.
That child. I'm gonna go further with you. The pot stirrer, the people who get a little bit too excited when you tell them information, like their eyes light up, and I'm like, why are you? The people who are very happy to share bad news with you. I had somebody who something not great happened, and it was like, I gotta tell you, you gotta come over, we gotta talk about it. And I was like, have I talked to them? Nah. I don't want to. I don't want to. Usually drama upsets me. So I don't want to be upset. I don't want to talk to you. Another signs or ways to show that you can share certain information with certain people is they don't ever tell you anything. Like when y'all talk, y'all supposed to be friends. All they want to know is your business. That's the only questions they ask. They ask, it'd be personal business. They don't want to know nothing else. If you have good news and they don't ever want to hear the good news, they just, all the negative stuff, all the drama is the only news they want to hear and accept. If you got some good news and it's, then they try to turn that into something negative. So you almost can't tell them anything good. The people who don't pick on, I say this all the time, pick up on your social cues. If I call you to tell you some good news and I'm real excited about something and you just monotone, I don't want to tell you nothing. You don't hear me? I'm excited. I like you suck all the energy out of me. I'm not even happy about this no more. The cons people. And by the cons people, I mean the people who, like I said, you're excited about something and they immediately give you all the cons of everything you just said, all the happy stuff. Or what if this? Or what if this? Let me tell y'all something. I have anxiety. I tell y'all this. Therapy. She working on it. Don't tell me all the ways something could go wrong. I think I'm a smart, intelligent woman. I maybe might have figured that out already about what could happen. Again, I'm thinking about things that don't have a 1 in a billion chance of happening. I've thought about that. So if I'm happy about something, let me be happy about it. It ain't like I said I'm about to go play in traffic and I need you to talk me out of that. The people who want to talk you out of your good news make me sick. And then be like, I haven't heard from you. Well, all I have is good news to share. And you don't like hearing that. So you're not going to hear from me. So, another one now, the people you can share this information with. How do you figure out that a person is somebody you can share with? Period.
Um, I think it's just over time and through communication and um, them sharing with you also too. That's gonna let you know um that they're open and honest with you and they're okay with giving information to you. So they will want you to feel okay with giving information back to them. I think that, that's where friendships grow over time and people where trust is gained and built and you're able to fill it out, and it just kind of flows to where you get to a point where it's like, oh, you're going through something and you want to talk about it, and that person is on your mind to speak on it with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's where that lies.
Yes. So I'm gonna say this to people because I agree. Okay, I don't disagree. The time thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing that with some people, it does not matter how long you know them. You just can't tell them stuff like certain things. Like you cannot. You have to be able to discern. Like even though you feel like you should,
Oh, some people haven't earned that place.
they
That's what
still
you.
ain't. And they
Mm-hmm.
may think because they've been like, I didn't know. You're not the person I think of, like you said, when I want to tell good news to. I have a list of people in my head right now. Something good's happened. I'm gonna tell them, and I'm gonna tell them in the order. I'm not gonna say the order out here out loud because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But I think about certain people. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah, you got top 3, then top 5, then afterthought people.
let me see. Top three. That one person is always at the top. Top three. Yeah. Top five. Well, them it's a certain people they at the same time because we have a group chat. So I got like 6 people, but they all at the top three. Okay. Don't worry about that math. I got it. I got it. I got it. Because we copy and paste. We're not gonna write this whole thing 3 times. Copy and paste. Um,
Okay.
but I just feel like I am one of those people where I will tell you something that to me may it's significant, but to that person that's hearing it, it may not seem like it's that big of a deal. But
Yeah, it may
I
not is.
know, yeah, I know how hard it is for me to open up and talk about my
Yeah, that F word.
feelings and such. Because they're stupid. I mean, if you've been around me long enough, you know that because you ain't. I will talk about other stuff. Things that make me angry. A lot of stuff annoy me as of late. The smarter I become, the more annoyed I get by certain things. I've learned it. Because I just want everybody to have common sense. But my granny said, Henrietta Smith said,
Common sense ain't common, baby girl.
I'm going to have her on the show because let me tell you something. Okay? Henrietta. So, y'all thought my mama was something else. We're going to talk to the person who had her.
Deuce is a mess.
Black Panther, minister, social worker. She has done it all. Teacher, nurse. She have all the degrees. Instead, and I'm her favorite grandchild.
Girl,
Anything.
everybody say that. Sit down.
She says that.
When you in her face,
No, she
they
says
play
I'm
you.
her favorite.
They play
My
you real
cousin
good.
Aaliyah is her favorite. But the reason why I'm her favorite is okay. But yeah, for me is I will test you to see. Like I will throw out a little something. Okay, how do you react to that? Are you because sometimes people I think when you tell people things they think I'm when I told somebody something they said I think you just told me that for the shock value.
Mm-hmm.
And to this day, I don't know what that means. I don't. This is a private setting. I'm pouring my heart out, and you said to everything I just said as I'm snotting and blowing my nose. You say. And some people have stopped me in the middle of telling them something and say, that's too much information. One, I give you an example. I had to get my wisdom teeth pulled out. I had all four wisdom teeth in my 30s. At the beginning of Corona, I had all my wisdom teeth. Exactly.
Jeez.
They took two out at a time. I was awake. Then they took the third one out. This last one, they couldn't get out because it grew into my nerve. So when I said that, they was like, wait a minute, wait. You're telling me too much. Stop. And I had to go back. Okay, how did I say it? Did I say anything gross, or did I just say that it was in my nerve? So it made me feel like, okay, maybe I was doing too much because I'm extra. I'm a lot. Okay, I give you that. So I took that, but I noticed I just stopped talking to this person more and more because I never knew what thing was gonna be TMI. I never knew which one because I would just hear it so much. It's TMI. What I do now, I can't say nothing. Fine,
Okay.
fine, fuck it. If I can't talk to you, then I'm not going to talk to you. Um, then I
I'm
said
gonna let her out.
I went to the dentist. They had to take it out. It took forever to get it out. It hurt so bad. My whole mouth was swollen up like a basketball. Not a baseball, not a grapefruit, a basketball, whole cheek. And when I said that, cut to a couple months, the next year or later in the same year, I had surgery. I didn't tell nobody I had surgery. Nobody. And the same people's like, I didn't know you had surgery. Well, this surgery was actually gross. I don't want to tell you what happened because you act the fool after me getting my teeth pulled. And I may or may not have been petty. When that tooth came out, drooling and all,
Mm.
mouth packed full of gauze. Took a picture of the bloody tooth sitting on the table and posted it on Facebook. I told y'all I'm with the shits. I won't say anything. I didn't say anything, TMI. But all my family and my real friends was like, oh my God, that is so big. I gotta get mine done. Nobody was on there like, ew, it's a tooth. It was a tooth. But when I had the other surgery, oh, I didn't know you had surgery. Why you didn't tell anybody? What? I didn't. The tooth, actual physical surgery got to be put to sleep when things got to happen to my body. You want to know about that? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Hmm. They're weirdos. I said it all the time. They're weirdos. Mm. Is there a time frame for crossing the TMI threshold?
A time frame?
Do you feel like after this amount of, for me, no, it ain't a
Well,
time
like
frame.
amount of time that y'all been friends or whatever.
Yeah.
Hmm. I think that varies person to person, relationship to relationship. I think some people connect with each other faster because they have more similarities or more struggles, similar struggles or
And equally
past
yoked.
traumas. Yeah. You could be equally yoked with someone with the same trauma.
Mm-mm.
Meaning you guys suffered the same hurt, the same pain.
Trauma
Um,
bonds.
you know, that good jazz.
They don't work not unless y'all both healing or want to heal.
Right.
You ain't got to heal the same way, but your destination still got to be healing
Hmm.
because it's not gonna work. You hear me? Mm-hmm. And are there levels to TMI?
I mean, I think that might vary you know, if you in a relationship, I think, certain things you in a relationship should stay inside the relationship. It shouldn't leave
Mm-hmm.
the friends' ears and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's where the levels come in part for me is like if you're in a relationship with somebody, especially inside of a marriage,
Mm.
certain things just stay inside of marriage. So
Triggered. Let me tell
that's
you,
just my
I'm
thoughts.
triggered because I divorced. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I had an issue. I'm gonna hold myself I wasn't gonna say compatible. Jesus, accountable. I've said this on previous episodes. We're gonna be all the way transparent because I ain't gonna say one side of the story. It just make it seem like my ex-wife was I was a perpetual go-through phoner. Okay,
Lord Jesus, girl,
let
what
me
is
tell
you
you why.
looking for? What
Because I
is you
found
looking
something every time I looked, and it didn't even start off with me looking. It started off with, you got my code, I got your code. My phone died, let me use your phone. Don't let me use your phone, though. If you got text messages coming through and somebody say, I love you, good night, now stop texting me before your wife wake up. Texting you while I'm asleep. You better hope she wake up again and text you back. Stop playing with me. Anyway. So that I was prepared to go through phone. But I had all this stuff happening in my relationship, but I wasn't telling anybody. I told maybe one of my friends, but it was hard to talk to anybody to give them any information because ain't none of my friends married. So I have a thing about I don't take advice from couples who aren't happy. I don't take advice from miserable single people. I don't if you're not you can't tell me how to navigate this. One of us has been married in this situation, and it ain't you. Yeah, I'm divorced, but I've been married. You ain't been engaged. You don't even go together with nobody. You can't tell me what to do over here. So when we broke up, nobody knew why. Nobody knew what happened. Everybody was shocked and appalled. And I can't believe you. No, baby, we was married. So our business is our business. We we trying to deal with this mess over here. But I wasn't telling nobody I was going through phones. I wasn't telling nobody I was getting cheated on. Because if I say I went through the phone, then I'm gonna
as
have
you
to
shouldn't,
say we get what?
as you shouldn't, as they say. Sometimes you just have to get cheated on in peace.
Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. The last time I got cheated on, we were the happiest we had been in years. It was a 2-income household for the first time in years. You know, that credit score was looking lovely. My credit score was looking lovely.
Love
It was
lady,
looking
you
real
hear me?
caucus-like. It was looking real caucus-like.
Love lady,
Okay.
you hear me?
And it was one of them situations again. I left my phone at home. I got to check on some cupcakes I ordered. Let me use your phone. Here, unlock it. I don't even want to know the lock code no more. After the last 6 or 7 things, I said, stop looking through the phone for some years at this point. Okay, I get the phone and a Puerto Rican pussy come across the phone. No context. I'm in the middle of Dollar Tree. Want to knock everything off the shelf. I had to hold on to the shelf in anger. And that's okay. We're not going to say that part. That ain't none of y'all business. Now, that is too much information of how I reacted when I said person back their phone. What may or may not have occurred. Okay? We was in the kitchen. I say that part. We was in the kitchen, and we had company. We was gonna go on family vacation. My whole family was at my house, but yeah, I was in the kitchen, and there's sharp objects in there. That was my first thought. Then my second thought was, you never know how strong you are until you're angry.
Till you want to choke them up.
What? Okay. We may or may not have done that. We may or may
Jesus.
not have lifted said person up off the ground.
Thank you for deliverance, Lord. Lift your hands right now and accept
I
it.
am baptized
Thank
and
you
washed in
for
the blood now.
fire baptized, brimstone baptized.
Oddly enough, the ex-wife is the homie now, so I'm not tripping. That was 6 years ago. We don't behave like this anymore.
Okay. The homie. The homie. That's the homie.
That's the homie. So far as for the levels, I think it is levels because it's certain subjects after getting to know your friends and your peoples. I'm like, I'm not gonna talk about this with you. Not
Yeah,
because I
some
don't
people maturity level not where it need to be to speak on certain things.
that, and it's not because I don't trust that person. It's just that I don't. I know what your viewpoints are on certain things, and it's one of those. It might be one of those things that we're always going to agree to disagree on,
Yeah.
and I don't feel like. I don't feel like it. I don't. I don't want to debate. I may just want to vent, and in the middle of my venting, I don't want suggestions. I don't want solutions. So I'm not going to talk to that person about said things because we all have the fixer in our group of friends. Fixer, the person that don't like nobody. We got the mean one and the funny one. I'm both of those. You got the mama friend. Uh, you got. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say
I'm not gonna say what.
that. Nope. Can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. No.
You got the whole of the group that we talking about? What the girl off of
You
Girl
got the
Strip?
whole group. It may be more than one of those.
Got
Sometimes.
the little Tiffany Haddish off of Girl Strip.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a little bit of everybody, as far as my, because it's
Yes,
only one person in
it's
my
just
group.
a booty hole. I never forget that line in that movie. It's just a booty hole.
You can't get what she say. You can't get nothing in your booty. And I just, first of all, the nerd in me was like, you can get stuff in there. Never mind. You can get stuff in there. You can. It's diseases you can get in the booty hole. But that's neither here nor there.
Exactly.
There are levels to me because certain subjects, I don't want to say religion. We grown sex things. Certain friends. I'm not telling you nothing. I cannot. We cannot have any conversations about anything related to sexual activity. I can't even tell you if I held a nigga hand because you feel like you're gonna have to spray me with holy water. We're not talking about this today. Yeah, that's the other friend I was thinking about, the holy friend. I can't, ma'am, I love Jesus. I do every day. But you remind me of that Kevin Hart uncle, just the new saved, the fresh saved. Almost when I was in the alphabet people community. And y'all, the alphabet people, I mean LGBTQIA plus. Ain't nobody finna say all that. The alphabet people. Um, it's a lot of stuff. And I'm not finna explain all of that to nobody because I will get questions like there's levels to the TMI. I'm not finna explain to you what we do and how we do it. I'm not doing that. I'm not. Because again, with the holy water, the questions. We all got that friend that's not that bright. So we don't tell them stuff because we don't want to explain it that much.
The slow friend.
I
Everybody got a slow friend.
mean, I'm not finna, they don't know basic things. But as far as TMI, I don't think there's anything such thing as TMI. I do think some people may have a problem with how you describe things.
Mm-hmm.
That would be me, because I want you to see it how I see it in my head. So I feel like I need to describe it accurately. So I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you which way the wind was blowing that day. I have actually settled arguments between people because of how I described something. Like, oh, you lied. They didn't lie because I was sitting on this side of the couch, sitting right here, and the couch used to be over there. And you came over here and you said, I'm so proud of you and I love you. Then you went back over there and sat down. And then you actually suggested I never asked. But you keep telling people that I just made a decision and I didn't. And then you had on the pink pajamas with the white pants and the strings, and I had on my Tweety Bird nightgown. I remember stuff like that. So that's how I'm going to describe it back.
Vivid details. Mm-hmm.
Because what you ain't gonna call me a liar, baby. I don't need receipts. I remember. And I remember. Exactly. So I remember what was said, what time it was, what the moon was that week. Don't do that. Especially if I feel like something later is gonna be. And that's another reason why people may feel like I'm TMI. I'm describing this to you or saying this to you in a certain way because I don't want what I'm saying to be misconstrued, misunderstood, or nothing. I said what the fuck I said. That's all I said. I didn't say none of what you said.
And I damn sure ain't stutter.
Hello, anybody? No, that's not what I said because I talk a certain way. So you saying it back to me don't even sound like no shit I said. That don't even sound like me. Or anybody else talk to you shouldn't even believe it because it don't sound like me. So no. How do you feel about the different levels of the TMI though? Of the TMI.
I think that it's just really boils down to where that person is in your life, who they are to you. Mm-hmm. I think there's never no such thing as TMI to somebody you're in a relationship with. They should always get the raw and unfiltered versions of everything. And I think that, with some people, you just got to understand where they're at mentally. And I think that's where the TMI may come into place if they're not there or at a certain level mentally. They can't process, they can't understand, they can't respect or receive certain things.
So, Jesus, he said, listen, go back to the process and what?
They can't process, respect, or receive certain things depending on their maturity level. So I think that's what it kind of boils down to.
Because that just made me think of something. Sometimes I feel like people don't want to understand. They don't want to understand because that's not them, and they're not, like I wrote down earlier, they're not honest or vulnerable with themselves. So you may be telling them some information about you, but they still feel attacked.
Mm-hmm.
They feel internally attacked because, that's something I do, but I painted this picture like I'm better than this.
Like I don't. Mm-hmm.
Like I'm better than them. I'm better than you.
I can't act like I've been there before with her because then she gonna look down on me or she gonna know that I'm down here when I'm trying to portray myself up here.
Because one of my favorite female rappers, her name is Snow the Product. She got a song called Could Never Be Me. Then in the song, she was talking about how people always talking about it could never be me. And she's like, yeah, you're right. It could never be you. It really couldn't be you. Because you're pretending to be something that you're not. So it really could never be you. You can never be me. If I was you, I would. I'm not asking you what you would do. And I think a lot of times people don't know how to receive information from other people and they categorize it as TMI because they're so used to telling other people what they should do with their life. I'm not built to receive, like you said, I'm not built to understand or try to be understanding or empathetic. I'm built, they talk themselves into thinking that I'm built to tell others what to do with their life because I'm up here on my pedestal. I'm better than this. Because they're better.
I'm built to be the therapist.
I got a therapist, and it's not your name. Y'all don't. It's not you. They pay the insurance people pay him good money.
Good money.
Because I need to be referring you to him. Because I don't. I'm not really open or talkative to people I don't know. If I talk to you and I talk to you a lot, I really fuck with you, as the people in the hood would say, Because
you're my dog.
Niggas love saying, I fuck with you. I'm like, I don't know what that means, but I know what it means. Because, she was from the hood, born and raised, but it is what it is. I get it. But if you don't really fuck with yourself, you don't fuck with me. But you're too busy trying to act like you better than me to receive any information. So y'all see how this TMI have turned into, y'all don't like yourselves for real, so you're going to try to make it seem like it's a problem with what I do with my body and myself. You don't like yourself. So you're going to try to tell me to do with myself. Me being me makes you uncomfortable. Me not having no qualms about being me not making no apologies about being me being free being me bothers you. Because that's not you. That's not some work you want to put in. You just want to stop me from being me around you. Sometimes I be preaching and I feel it in my spirit. You don't want me to be me around you because you're not you. How's that my fault?
My presence
makes you uncomfortable. What I'm saying and what I'm doing is making you uncomfortable. And I don't want to say like I'm trying to be a jackass, like I'm gonna do stuff around people or my friends, and I know it makes them uncomfortable. But certain facets of me, that's just me, that's my personality. So how are you my friend if every other thing I do makes you uncomfortable? What are you my friend for? Am I the person to be around you so that you can have somebody to pity? I'm not a rescue. I'm not a rescue. And I'm gonna say this as a disclaimer. This ain't against nobody that's ever helped me do anything. Because anybody that's ever helped me, I have returned that tenfold without even being asked. And I'm very appreciative. And what's the other word besides appreciative? I'm thinking of
grateful.
Grateful. There it is. But what we're not gonna do is, what we're not gonna do is try to make me or put on me, because you can't make me do anything. You're trying to put shade on my light because I'm too bright for you. Get some fucking sunglasses. Put on some sunscreen. Because she ain't going to do nothing but shine even harder. So I don't know what you want me to do. I'm in my summer season of life and you trying to keep me in winter solstice. Let me tell you something. What I've been saying lately, you can kiss my ass from the back. Respectfully and disrespectfully. If you think I'm going to stop being me for you. Well, if you start being you, you won't have to worry so much about me. Like, people focus on what you need to do to fix yourself so they will be comfortable. But that doesn't even make sense. Why don't you worry about why you're uncomfortable? It ain't me.
I'm nothing to do with me.
I'm not the reason you're uncomfortable around me. You need to figure out why. Because I didn't do nothing to you. I'm just saying. Go. You look like you in deep thought over there. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just think like sometimes people have to accept what is on them inside of these situations. You know, like no matter what I say, you're going to think in a different manner. You know, and that's okay. We all human. We all got different opinions and things like that. But be mature enough to say like, hey, you know, I respect where you come from, but you know what I'm saying? I just don't see it that way. I just totally don't agree with you. You know, without it being some back and forth, some negative fight, you
Right.
know, or just sidestepping it. And then all of a sudden it's an issue because now you want to express at the end like, oh, well, I never said that, or I never agreed with you and this and that. And just say that up front. Just come off real like, yeah, nah, I ain't messing with that, or I ain't feeling that, or nah, I don't agree with what you did or what you said off the rip.
I mean, just say that. Keyword is just say that. Don't turn it into. So I wouldn't do it. Don't. First of all, I want people to stop saying that. Stop that. When somebody's telling you something and they're going through something, don't be like, it couldn't be me. Bitch, it's obvious it's not you. I'm talking about me. We're not even talking about your problems right now. I called you because you said to call you if I ever need to talk. But you talking
Correct.
to me about what you would do in this situation. That's not what I called you for. I didn't call you for the realm of possibilities or the ways in which you would handle said information. I didn't do that. That's not what happened here. That's not what happened here. I
At
had
all, man.
I had a little accident over here, so don't mind me.
You up here spilling stuff, man.
Indeed. And it fell in the paper towel, so I guess that's a good thing.
In the paper towel.
On the couch
It's a
though.
blessing.
Yeah. It's on the couch. I don't have time. And some paperwork. Oh well. But yeah, y'all gotta stop. There's no such thing as TMI amongst friends. I said what I said. Who gonna
Correct.
check me? It's my
Not
show.
even it's not even about checking with this one. It's just people have to, like we said before, you gotta mature, man. Like if you the homie and you supposed to be there for me, it shouldn't be anything that I can't say. Period.
If you the homie, the best friend, because best friend is different thing. Because you got best friend that's spelled correctly and best friend FRAN. Go best friend, go best. And who you in a relationship with are the main people. And for me, I'm gonna include siblings because me and my siblings are close. Super
Mm-hmm.
close. It's an anomaly that you grow up in the household with all your siblings, and I
This
did.
is true.
Every last one of them. Hey, I'm gonna do y'all one better. All my siblings, huh? They in a two-parent household. Both of the parents, all the way black. Two-parent household. Child, no, don't clap for that because
It
I
happened.
used
I
to,
don't need to know what happened inside of it. It happened.
no, I'm not gonna tell you. I used to
But
get
we're
picked
gonna
on
leave it
because I had
there.
a daddy. The thing,
Exactly. That's why I said we're gonna leave it there. Some people can't respect greatness.
I, child, the thing, but so we're close. I tell them lots of things. Me and my dad tell each other lots of things. And I remember an ex was in sitting in the living room with me and my dad, and they was looking at us like this. Like and then later, you talk to your daddy about that?
Yeah,
Um
that's my father.
His name is Sam Samia. He literally named me after him. So I always say I'm the child they tried to have on purpose. Like I was on purpose, baby. It wasn't oops or nothing.
You want no holiday, baby.
I am a holiday baby, but I wasn't. I was born on a
Meaning you
holiday.
weren't conceived on a holiday.
Right. I'm on purpose, baby. Ain't no oops. Ain't no plan B. None of that. Want to have a baby? Let's have one. Boom. Here she is. I've been destined for greatness from the beginning. Anyway,
You done had a purpose from the beginning, eh?
that part. Oddly enough, when my daddy named me, that's one of the meanings of my name, but he didn't know that. He was just naming me after him. Anyway, it means that aloof, lofty, exalted, or to be exhausted, a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm a queen. Fitting. It's a tribe of people in Africa also called the Samia tribe. There's that. But the person was shocked that I was speaking to my daddy, and I was just like, so everybody don't talk to their daddy like this? Everybody don't. They don't be knowing. Don't. We were talking about TMI warning for the TMI people. We were talking about lady times and how he's a father of all girls. So he always tells the story of he had my mama, my big sister, me, all at the same time. So he would say I would throw chocolate and chips in the door and run. I would get your brother and we would leave all day. And it's, oh my God, you talk to your daddy about your period? Who was going to give me pads and snacks and hot water bottles? Hell, my daddy used to do my hair. It would look crazy, but I looked like a who, but my daddy used to do my hair. So as far as the levels, that's a parent. Now, I do tell him and my bonus mom they have 3 rules around the children: no fighting, no fondling, and no fornicating. Because the other day they made a joke about something, and he was like, I ain't gonna say it because Samia right here, because she tells me not to say that all the time. Because just the thought of your parents doing anything like that is gross. I don't care what nobody says. He gonna say something, but you did call me daddy, and I'm like, ooh.
Just a little bit, eh?
I got the heebie-jeebies. Don't. So because I say no fondling, and if you don't know us, you would think this is TMI. They'll be in the kitchen being funny, talking about, oh my gosh, she's in here fondling my butt, y'all. I don't.
Cut it out.
That's more embarrassing than gross, but it's still funny. They're going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep laughing and being disgusted at the same time. But am I like, oh my God, do I get all up in? No, they grown folk. They probably do be grown folking. Do I want to know when they're grown folk? Absolutely fucking not. Not at all. Do he want to know when I grown folk? Absolutely not. No man wants to know any of that stuff about his daughter. Period. As far as they're concerned, we cheering. When my daddy found out my big sister was pregnant a second time and she was married,
he cried.
No, the way he looking at my brother-in-law, like I'm going to murder him. I mean, they married, they have babies. That's what married people
do. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what married people do.
Then I get the looks too, because I'm getting badgered for a grandchild. That I'm like. Then my best friend said one day, you know how she got to make those, right? The look on his face, he was very not happy.
He was like, don't remind me.
I died laughing. I ain't going to give you none, but I'm going to practice. They're going to give you none no time soon, but I like to practice.
Girl, you're a fool.
That might have been TMI. But listen, I'm gonna wrap this up, y'all, by saying I'm with the shits at all times. I don't say stuff for shock value. So if you hear me saying something that you may think is outlandish, my friends don't think it's outlandish. They be like, "Oh, she's just being herself." So you need to probably mind your business. It won't be TMI to you if you mind your business.
Correct.
If it's TMI, if it sounds like TMI to you, then that's how you know for sure you are not my friend. If you ever wanted to know if you was my friend, if I ever told you anything and you felt like it was TMI, we not we not friends. You're not my friend. I'm sorry. You're not my friend. Cause I'm not hiding myself for anybody. I'm not shrinking myself down for nothing. You either get with the shits, cause I'm with the shits, or you leave me alone. I don't know what to. There's no middle. Don't talk to me. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Child Jesus. Sir, go ahead.
Yeah, man. So
Train of thought.
I feel like also too the same. Like if you friends, y'all for real, you gotta keep it a buck. But you gotta keep it a buck with yourself first so that you can keep it a buck with anybody else.
Wait a minute.
And
Wait. Go back. Go back. Rewind. You got to do what with yourself, and then what?
you gotta keep it a buck with the mirror, man. You gotta keep it a
Mm-hmm.
buck with yourself first
Mm-hmm.
before you
Mm-hmm.
can keep it a buck with anybody else. And sometimes, it may take keeping it a buck with yourself, then keep it a buck with the therapist, then the friends. Whatever it takes, but it starts with you. Start with keeping it a buck with you, with that person in the mirror, and then you keep it a buck with everybody else.
True story. True story. I not to. I said the other thing was gonna be my last word, but this really is my last word. This is my second closing. As my past like said, my
Oh,
first was my second closing.
okay, Minister.
My second closing. Ah, you have to figure out why what you're hearing is uncomfortable to you. I mean, if it ain't nothing serious like somebody describing a murder scene or the death of somebody or something like that, if it's
Mm-hmm.
something as trivial or small as I've had to pass gas or
Definitely.
a quick little story. I'm on the phone with my friend and she out of nowhere she said, "Oh, I had gas." I'm like, "Okay." I'm not sure what she said, but it was a low it was a low rumble in my stomach and it came up through the front.
No,
I'm
ma'am.
not grossed out by hearing that because we're ladies. Sometimes that happens. I just did what I just did. I laughed. So you have to figure out why normal things, normal body functions upset you. Normal things that everybody go through, normal things that everybody do have to go through. Why is that so upsetting? Why you hate it so much? What's the matter? Okay, you got to figure out what's really the matter because it's not me. It's not the information you're receiving because you're only receiving the information. You determine what you're gonna do with it once you get it. I didn't tell you to be grossed out when you heard it. That was all you. I think that's all my closings. I think that's all my closings. But again, y'all, this is TMI. Huh? Too much information. Ain't no such thing as too information amongst friends. Amongst friends. Amongst friends.
Friend.
Where
Real
amongst
friend. Real friend.
friends. Oh, Jesus. Real friends, actual friends, people who you refer to each other as your friends. Not you refer to me. Not you refer to me. Like we refer to each other as friends, not you refer to me. Okay?
Dually friends.
Dual control friendship. Dual control is a bank term, but dual control friendship. But again, there ain't no such thing as TMI amongst friends. I just had to say that one more again. So maybe y'all understand. Okay. All right. Again, we're gonna thank our special guest over here. It's a regular. He's not even a guest no more. Just he's a friend. Ain't no TMI. But this one, that's why he on the TMI episode. Shit. Y'all make me sick. Anyway. But again, thank y'all for tuning in to Queen's Realm Podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, share, post notifications on. Hmm. Hmm. Because I got some good stuff coming out for y'all soon. This gonna be out soon. I don't know when y'all gonna see this, so I'm not gonna tell y'all the date. None of that matters. Okay? It don't matter. But again, I thank y'all. I love y'all. Go somewhere. Find you some business. Hmm? Talk to your friends and have all the TMI conversations you want under the sun. Huh?
Talk to yourself first. Just remember that.
Can you gross yourself out? I'm okay. Gross yourself out first. See if you can do that. See if y'all can do that. See if y'all can do that. But again, y'all, this has been Queen's Realm Podcast. I thank y'all for tuning in today. I see y'all soon. I see y'all soon. Bye. Don't sweat. Mind your non-TMI business. Do that.